You read Sutter Kane?
Wait a minute.
What the fuck is this?
I thought we were talking about this Carpenter film.
John Carpenter?
Damn it!
Johnny Carpenter?
Son of a bitch.
Carpenters.
We're not talking about Halloween.
Oh. Boo!
I'm not prepared for this.
So what are we talking about if not Halloween?
Christine?
Oh, Christine.
No.
Yeah, the Stephen King written Carpenter adaptation. No, that doesn't sound right. Something about invisible men in their memoirs?
Yes.
I think.
No?
No. Oh, that was a Chevy, not a Plymouth. Was the Chevy a Plymouth? I'm fucking stupid.
The Fog.
Nah, because that had a remake. These don't have remakes.
Oh.
There was a thing involved, but I can't quite put my mouth on it. All this darkness around me is
the damn
like
thing.
The Prince of Madness up in here.
The Thing. The the movie with the Thing. The Thing.
The Thing. The Thing. The Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Mr. Sam Neill in person. That's incredible.
This isn't alt reality.
The Thing. You can understand The Thing. The Thing makes sense. You get on to the other two films, they don't really make that much sense. You got to think a lot.
I had to watch Prince of Darkness like 5, 6, maybe 8 times before I started to properly understand it. Like I understood what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But I wasn't getting it. It wasn't registering right. But it was on like the last watch that it's like, I get it. It makes sense this time. And even then it was still like, son of a bitch.
If you're looking to have, easy, relaxing, just a nice little quick flick, these aren't the ones you're going to watch because you got to think a lot.
Yeah, but I'd say out of the bunch, The Thing, like even The Thing requires full attention, but The Thing would be like the most ideal for just background noise because it's like, it's the most accessible and I think the most rewatchable in terms of you can watch it just for shits and giggles. You don't have to have your mind totally invested. But the other two, especially Prince of Darkness, like that requires your full attention.
I was the opposite. I was more confused watching In the Mouth of Madness than I was of Prince of Darkness.
Really?
Yeah. They're both mind trips. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I'm curious to see later on how exactly you felt about the other two because I know you like The Thing.
Yes, I do.
If you guys saw his review, it made me happy. It made Jason from Sinister Cinema happy, and I'm sure it made all of you guys happy.
Nothing bad to say.
Like the only thing I have bad to say is I feel like the third act could have been longer.
Okay.
That's like my main complaint. Like they could have ran the movie for like another half hour.
I could see that.
But
it's better.
Carpenter likes that 90-minute runtime.
I know, right? Better say hey to the people in the chat. Looks like Brett was here. Still a little under the weather. Have a great stream tonight. Thanks, Brett.
Thank you, Bert.
Take it easy, my man. Crew member, Miss Carter, Boogman, and Chase, Moser Movie Reviews. What's up?
Hell yeah.
Chad, stirring a pot.
Oh, yeah.
You need too much to stir in these, buddy, because I don't know what we're stirring. Just saying.
Opinions, maybe, but there will be no stirring in The Thing. That's for damn sure.
Hey, Destiny, what's up?
Howdy, howdy.
All right. So I think we decided we'd start talking about The Thing first because obviously we're going to go in chronological order, and it happens to be Mr. Kurt Russell's birthday, which is also is the boss man, Jason Nike's birthday as well. So happy birthday shout out to him.
Absolutely.
And I honestly didn't know it was Kurt Russell's birthday, so this worked out perfectly.
Dude, fucking 100%. I didn't even think about that. Like, it didn't strike me until Jason's stream this morning. Or it was probably noon where y'all are, but it was still like morning time here. He said, like, there was a movie on his list that had Kurt Russell in it. I think it was Tombstone. And he's like, this movie stars Kurt Russell, who also has a birthday today. I'm like, well, son of a bitch. Well, son of a bitch. Would you look at that?
Worked out perfectly.
70 years old, or 70 years young.
Yeah.
Is the legend Kurt Russell.
Legend Kurt Russell. Good shit.
That man is ageless.
He really is.
He does not look 70. He looks like he's just now hitting the 50s.
I definitely agree with that.
And it looks like he has been for the last 20 years. So fucking right on to him.
Must be doing something right.
Yes.
I wanted to show up like Kurt Russell, but one, I don't have that much hair. Like
well, if you hadn't got it cut last week, you would have been halfway there.
It still wouldn't have looked as beautiful as his hair did. Not as manly and tough.
Yeah, that fucking hairdo and that beard.
Yeah.
It makes all the other men look like less attractive women. He's so manly. He's just sucking the manliness out of the air.
It's all him. He consumes it all. Miss Carter says, can Kurt Russell make a bad movie? Hell no.
He can appear in a bad movie, but that gives it redeemable merit. It's like if you cut his performance out of some things, yeah, sure they would suck, especially if he's really the one carrying the film.
Yeah. He was, if I'm not mistaken, he was in the Fast and the Furious franchise too.
Really?
I want to at least two of the movies he was in, if I'm not mistaken.
I stopped watching those after the fourth one came out.
What are they up to? 8? Oh, was going to be 9, but that got postponed.
Oh yeah, because they already did 8. It was a Fate of the Furious, I think.
Yeah, wasn't good. But the Facci monster got to open up a monster. Speaking of that, Filthy with Facci, sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. Please drink it. You'll turn into a monster just like me.
Yes. And if you OD,
not a problem.
Just call Dr. Pepper. Are we sponsored? Hell no.
No. But
in our minds, you can fucking guarantee that we are.
Yep. Now we're gonna get freaking taken down by Dr. Pepper and Monster, ladies and gentlemen, and Metallica probably for the intro.
Fuck Metallica.
Okay.
I say that with absolutely no remorse.
Okay.
Which is a Metallica pun.
So, I guess we'll dive into the thing. And I don't really know how we're going to do this. I guess we're just going to talk back and forth about it. But I'll let you start it because you know these movies better than I do.
So we'll start real quick. The Thing, for any of you frozen under ice for the last 100,000 years or living under a rock, was John Carpenter's first real big studio picture with Universal. Came out in 1982. Was, for all intents and purposes, a remake of The Thing from Another World, which came out in 1951. A movie that you can actually see playing throughout the original Halloween.
Yep.
Which I guess does make Halloween tie into this. So there's the first notch there. But came out in 1982. Was a critical and box office disappointment. What the actual fuck? I mean, looking back on that, you kind of got to ask yourself, what the fuck was wrong with people back in 1982?
You have to. I
mean, I'm sure, like, the story that I hear constantly about it is that it was the same time E.T. had come out, and people wanted a feel-good alien.
Oh, yeah.
So for there to be this vicious alien creature coming out, it really dampened a lot of the feelings for a lot of folks. And I don't know, it just didn't do so good, but over the years has been reevaluated and is now considered, rightfully so, excuse me, to be one of the best, if not the best, horror movie. And that's almost from an objective standpoint, not opinion. It's like almost fact that this is like one of the best horror movies. And that is something we will dive into as to why. Like, it is almost scientifically scary when you think about it. Woo!
Damn.
But yeah, it's I gotta say though, it's definitely the most atmospheric as far as the Apocalypse Trilogy goes.
Yeah.
And like you really do feel the environment when you're watching it, especially if you're watching it on a cold day. And here the last few days in Colorado we had some snow, and we had like fucking like 15 inches of snow out here.
Damn.
So I decided, yes, I'm gonna rewatch The Thing, and I don't know if it was just the cold air coming in from outside, but I felt the damn cold atmosphere this last watch around. And it really, I think it has some of the best tension out of the Apocalypse Trilogy for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like, as soon as it opens, like you see the dog running and they're chasing him in the helicopter, shooting at the dog. You're asking yourself,
what the fuck?
Why? Why are you shooting at the dog? And all the way up until the last frame when you see MacReady and Childs out there, or MacReady and Childs out there, like, you're still just like on the edge of your seat, like, what the fuck? Especially once you repeat views and you pick up on these little nuances throughout the film. Especially in that last scene, which has been the point of debate for fucking since the beginning of time, it feels like. But you got them facing near certain death, and we just kind of exit the movie not knowing whether or not one or both of them are the Thing. Master fucking class tension. Master class tension there. I'm gonna let you talk about the tension. What do you think about all that?
I honestly, the ending of that movie makes you think so damn much, because you literally have, obviously, MacReady, he tested his blood earlier in the film, but that doesn't mean that along the way he didn't turn into the Thing within the last half of the movie. And obviously, like you said, with that ending, with him and Childs just sitting there, nothing you can do. Just sit there and wait and see what happens, is what they say. I thought that was a great way to end the film, and just pull back and watch the fires burning, and the theme kicks in, which, by the way, fantastic. Again, John Carpenter is the man.
This one, actually, for the theme, John Carpenter had very little to do with.
Really?
It was handled by Italian composer Ennio Morricone, who had done a lot of he did a lot of the Italian westerns back in the 60s.
It definitely sounded like some John Carpenter shit.
It does. I think he helped a little bit, but it was mostly Morricone's score.
Damn.
And they actually, in the Quentin Tarantino movie, The Hateful Eight, with Kurt Russell, it's very thing-like, because they're snowed in a cabin at the top of a mountain. You got Kurt Russell, and paranoia is kicking in with everybody among there, because they feel like there might be a traitor. There's definitely a traitor. So The Hateful Eight is very thing-like, but the point is they used some unused scores from The Thing in that movie. And you had like 90-year-old Ennio Morricone doing that. Like, again, just fucking brilliant shit. The score though, definitely, you gotta love it. But you can definitely hear the Carpenterisms in there.
I honestly, like, I don't do as much research whenever I watch movies as you guys do, but just the way that it sounded, I just assumed it was Carpenter. It just sounds like all the tones that he usually puts into his masterful fucking pieces, that I just assumed it was, and I was wrong.
Oh, no, okay. You can definitely hear the Carpenterisms in it though. Like, so, like, I think when the film opens, I think is when you hear like that little droning, that boom, boom.
Yep.
Like that's fucking Carpenter right there. That's some real Carpenter shit. Like, it's a Carpenter if you hear that, or it's very likely to be.
I thought all the characters were very likable. In the thing, there really wasn't one person that you're like, man, that person sucks, or man, I really dislike that person. You got invested in every single one of the characters in that film, and I guess that was kind of what they were going for. You wanted to actually like these people and watch them eventually turn into the Thing, maybe not turn into the Thing, and that whole paranoia, the whole fucking runtime of the film.
Yeah, you almost for me, I kind of was flip-flopping back and forth between who I want to see become the Thing and get set on fire. Like, because there's a few, it's like, I like you, but I don't like you as much, or I don't know, man, I don't trust you. I want you dead just so the rest of the guys can be safe, I feel, you know?
Yep.
And that's something that really works in this film, because you feel the level of paranoia and anxiety that these characters are going through. Like, because as the viewer, you're just as blind as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whenever they're paranoid and they start freaking out, you almost want to start freaking out, because you're like, I know some of y'all are good, but I don't know, there's one of y'all here that something ain't right with y'all. Definitely feel that throughout.
That's what makes this movie so good, I think, is definitely that high level of paranoia. You can't trust this person. Maybe I can trust that person. No, you can't trust that person either. You're pretty much there for yourself while still trying to help everybody else, which is why I think McCready was the best leader in that film, because he was the only one that was taking charge and willing to step up. And obviously people were fucking flipping out, and he was trying to keep everybody under control.
I mean,
it worked.
He point blank shoots a fucking guy. Like, he shoots one of his own guys. I think this was like the first time I noticed it was watching it this last time. It wasn't the guy who liked the dogs, but it was like the other Louis C.K. looking guy. He's like, hey, McCready, come on. Yeah, we're good. And then you don't see that guy until later. You just see him as a dead body on a table with a fucking hole in his forehead. I don't know how I never caught that before. So I was always wondering, like, wait, whatever happened to that guy? It's like, oh, well, he must have gotten McCready's bad side and got fucking shot in the fucking face. It's like, it must have been the fucking point whenever I go to get a glass of water every time or some shit. It's like, uh-oh.
And, obviously, another amazing aspect of this film, the practical effects.
Oh, absolutely.
People always said how good they were, and I was like, yeah, they're probably good. Yeah, I'm saying how it's the best movie ever. I was like, yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know why I waited as long as I did to check this movie out. I wish I would have been admiring this film fucking 20 years ago. Instead, I waited till now to dive into it, and I missed out on rewatching it all those times and admiring the work and the craftsmanship that actually went into that film. Like, the man hours that it took to actually do those effects practically instead of the CGI way that we do them today. It was fantastic all the way around.
Yeah, that is a really good thing to point out. Like, the only note I really took down for the practical effects here, and this is literally what I wrote on the paper. The effects are top tier, enough said. Because I feel like there's nothing I can really add new to describing the effects in this film. But like, you watch it with a non-critical eye, like you go in just to enjoy the movie, you think, oh, that looks cool. But when you're looking at it from a reviewer standpoint, which is unfortunately how I feel like I look at every movie now.
Yeah.
But you pick up on the things there, and you're like, son of a bitch, how did they do that? Because you're really looking at it. You're trying to find flaws in the film.
Yep.
And you just can't. Like,
there's none.
You just fucking can't. Like, and everything is so imaginatively repulsive in this film. Like, the one scene that really sticks out is, of course, the kennel scene.
Oh, yeah. Just gonna say it.
Fucking... that's some nightmare fuel right there. But just the way they make, it's like they melted a bunch of plastic together, but they put like pumps or some shit in it to make it pulsate enough to look alive. That's just some fucking genius ingenuity right there. Really, and the fucking shock paddle scene.
Oh my gosh.
That fucking freaked me out the first time. Like, I knew that was a scene in the movie, but I wasn't sure when. And I wasn't thinking about it whenever I was watching it the first time, which was like 2 years ago. I'm also kicking myself in the ass for waiting as long as I did.
Oh, good.
But when that scene happened and it just goes to clear and the fucking chest opens up and bites the dude's hands off. Like, what the fuck? And real quick, warning everybody, we're probably going to be talking spoilers for all three of these films.
Yeah, I forgot that.
But yeah, that was a lot of great just fucking displays of practical effects. The head spider head, whatever you'd want to call that.
Badass.
Like, that's probably my I'd probably say that's probably my personal favorite. Just for how cool it is, because it's like
fucking walking away.
Like, was that remote control, or did they actually have because I don't know how they did that. I haven't watched any documentaries for the special effects or anything, but like that's the main one that really has me asking how. Like,
it just starts fucking walking away. It's not supposed to be funny, but it does crack me up.
Oh yeah. And speaking of cracking up and humor, there is a good deal of that in this film.
Yeah.
Like, it's during the blood test scene, like after the jump scare there, which we'll come back to. But you got Gary, I think was his name. He's still on the couch, and it was after they had to kill a thing. Windows thing kind of starts coming up to life, burn him.
Oh, yeah.
Gary's like, gentlemen, I know we've all been through quite a lot, but I don't want to spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch.
That was just
like, the first time I was watching this, I started laughing so hard because I wasn't expecting that, because I'm like, sure, they're gonna bring you up with the tension and they're gonna slowly bring you down.
Yeah.
But then they kind of put you in a different level there for a second, and it's like, but yeah, remember, you're watching a very terrifying film, so let's get right back into that. But that great bit of humor there is great. And the Knowles character too. That Knowles, I think, is funny just all around, because he's fucking skating around the whole place, like just rolling around on his fucking roller skates. And, like, Knowles, can you turn that crap off? I was shot today. He goes to turn down the radio, but he doesn't even turn it down. He just pretends to turn the dial. It's like
nobody's gonna notice that.
It's like, there's no one else in the room.
You don't have to pretend.
It's like, it really, that's another thing. It just goes to show you how fucking out of it these guys are. Like, they're just crazy. They're doing whatever they need to do to maintain their last bits of sanity. Being so isolated here.
That's a scary thing to realize, that they, like, McCready knows that none of them are making it out of there alive. So they have to do what's right for everybody else in the world and try to stop it right there, so it doesn't spread to the rest of the world and infect everybody. And I don't know if I could bring myself to do that, to, you know what I mean, to realize you're gonna die and
right,
have to fucking face it head on and either decide to fight or just say fuck it. Maybe just become the thing, and then you don't have to worry about dying. Maybe that'd be the easy way out. I think that's what I'd do.
Just become the thing.
Please just take me now.
So, like, kind of curious what that other side feels like. Let's check it out.
Dude, right now. Aiden, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Aiden, how you doing, buddy?
I don't know. I just know that this is a movie that I will definitely be watching at least once a year. And
fuck yeah. More. Yeah, on cold days especially, man. That's best time for it. Like,
there's nothing wrong. There's, like you said, there's not a bad thing you could say about this movie.
I still got a few more things to say about this one.
Oh, we're good.
Because it's probably gonna take a few minutes per film, of course. But I think The Thing is where most of the discussion might fall. But we'll see. But there's a lot of detail really to pick up on throughout this film, and you really pick up on it with rewatches.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you notice some things that might have flashed by the first X amount of times that you saw it. There's just an abundance of little nuances throughout the film that really kind of make you think, like, wait a second, because you got to look at every little thing. The way the eyes are lit, like, I guess that's one of the giveaways that you can find out if somebody is or is not a thing. Like, just the way their eyeballs are lit. Breathing, their clothing, just all these little things, certain mannerisms. But it's really in the clothing and the eyes that you got to look out for. And that brings us to Dean Cundey. Fucking brilliant cinematographer. He did fucking great in this film. Of course he did great in Halloween.
Of course.
But in here, I think he did better here than he did in Halloween, and I know that's a little sacrilegious, but
what did you say?
Dean Cundey can do no wrong. His cinematography is just fucking amazing. I mean, like, he's always using those wide shots in Carpenter films, right?
Oh yeah.
But there's one thing I noticed, and it's kind of like what he did in Halloween during the closet scene. Like, you start to feel real tight. Like, even though it's a wide shot, it's very closed in feeling. Whenever Blair is freaking out and trying to destroy the lab,
oh yeah,
you got windows just hiding behind the desk in the filing cabinet there. Like, I was just picking up on it. When the shot is focusing on windows, you feel that tight space that he's in. Like, just the way Cundey frames those shots, it's like anybody else would have made it look like, oh yeah, it's still a nice wide open space, whatever. But the way he positioned his camera there, you just felt that real claustrophobic feeling, and just there's some really great shit. Again, very reminiscent to the closet scene in Halloween. And the way he lights his shots too, fucking beautiful, beautiful lighting and all around cinematography. Cundey, you beautiful filming motherfucker.
Wow. Chris Snyder, what's going on, buddy?
Chris!
And Aiden says Dean Cundey also did a great job with Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yes, he did.
Marvelous film as well.
Shit,
getting a lot of love today.
Absolutely.
I didn't even think about that movie today, to be honest with you. Then I should have, since O'Hurley is clearly Irish, but wasn't thinking about it. It's a good movie.
Halloween 3, baby. Always showing it love.
Put it on and play the song and see if your head decomposes.
I've been reading Sutter Kane. I think I'm crazy enough this time.
Do you read Sutter Kane?
Do you read Sutter Kane?
He's like, no, I don't read that. I don't know how to read.
They're making a movie. What?
Yeah. It's like, fuck, I don't need to read to watch that. Damn it.
But yeah, that's going to be an interesting one to talk about when we get to that.
Yeah.
But like the last two things I really want to say about The Thing, though, before I let you wrap up that one, is the themes of paranoia, isolation, and loss of identity are really what makes this truly and utterly one of the most universally terrifying films ever made. Ever made. Fucking paranoia is something that we all are akin to feeling.
Yeah.
Just the fear of knowing that something might happen even if it won't. And just the loss of your self-identity. That is terrifying. Like, it's terrifying to think that one day you'll be you, but you're not in control of it.
Yep.
That's fucking terrifying. And I know it's cliche to say that The Thing is like the greatest, but in a lot of ways, it really is. Damn it if it ain't true. And I'm pretty sure anybody who doesn't like The Thing is an assimilation and is not to be trusted.
There it is. You nailed it right on the head, my friend. If you don't like The Thing, you're The Thing.
Let's get those blood tests ready.
Those little petri dishes. Let's go.
That's a fucking great jump scare too. That's how jump scares need to be done.
That was a fantastic scene. Like I said, what else can you say about The Thing? There's not. I mean, obviously, I'd probably put it. It's not going to be my number one of all time, but I'd say it's probably after one watch, probably jumped in the top 5, no doubt about it.
For like horror overall for you?
Yeah, I'd probably say that.
Hell yeah, man.
Boogman said, that's what he says. Boogman says, where would you rank this all time?
See, from a more from what I feel would be like a more fact-based approach, easily in the top 3, maybe like definitely top 3, but as far as enjoyment goes, it still falls in the top 5.
Yep.
Like the thing about The Thing as well, there's a lot of things that you got to consider when ranking this thing.
The fucking thing.
I mean, come on. I've gone mad. Clearly, I've gone mad, guys.
Look at the guy.
Cut me some break. Cut me some break. Cut me some slack here.
Slack, dude.
I've just gone mad.
I could see that.
But, thank you, Miss Carter.
Yep. I'm going to leave. Haven't seen the other films. I don't even know if you stuck around, if we'd even be able to help you understand them, so.
At least Prince of Darkness, fucking, you want to talk about a mind fuck of a film.
That was the one of these 3 that Jason said that I would not like at all.
Yeah.
And he was wrong.
So I'm gonna give the as our buddy Brettman calls it, the little tail of the tape real quick, albeit a different version of it. Of course, this was the second installment of the trilogy of the Apocalypse. This is Carpenter's return to horror for all intents and purposes. The 2 films he'd done before this were Starman and then Big Trouble in Little China. And those were both kind of they were really the last of his big studio pictures. Mm-hmm. So this is his return to the independent film circuit. He brings back Donald Pleasance, which we'll get to that, but he writes this under the name Martin Quatermass, directs it, does the music, reuniting with Alan Howarth, who was a great contributor to the Halloween scores. Mm-hmm. And this one was, well, a lot different. It had a $3 million budget, and it does not look like it was that cheap.
No.
It does not look like a $3 million movie at all. But it raked in $14 million at the box office, which I guess is decent enough. Not sure exactly how all that works, but it doesn't sound like it was too bad. But yeah, that's one of the more cerebral films of Carpenter's catalog for sure. Definitely a real thinker. By no means a stinker, but an absolute thinker.
Let's see. What other movies came out in 1982? Let's see. That probably aren't even as good as The Thing.
Friday the 13th Part 3.
I like Friday the 13th Part 3.
Not
better than The Thing, but I do like it.
There were Slumber Party Massacre 1.
I like
that. Those are nice, but they are by no means the Thing.
No, we got Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, you're talking films in general.
I'm talking in general that that it had to compete with back in the day.
Okay. Okay, I see what you're getting.
Like
at.
you said E.T., which is a big one for families, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh yeah, that sounds like it's fuck a Doom Deer right there.
First Blood.
Oh God, this poor movie was fucking dead in the water.
Halloween 3, which probably suckered people in. Obviously, they were disappointed, but still suckered them in. What other movies we got? Not seeing any other big ones. Porky's. Rocky 3. Oh, there you go. Star Trek.
Which one?
Wrath
of Khan? Or Search of Spock?
Yeah. The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, that
Swamp Thing, baby. I love Swamp Thing. Nobody talks about that.
Aiden says, fun fact, John Carpenter said Dario Argento's Inferno was an inspiration behind Prince of Darkness. Yeah, I need to revisit Inferno, but I can see it.
Never seen that. Chris says, sorry I'm late. I was treating myself.
Treat yourself.
Poltergeist was 1982, says crew member.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I've ever actually seen Poltergeist. Maybe bits and pieces of it.
Interesting.
I don't really see that being my kind of movie. Not really into ghosts and supernatural shit that much.
But you also did not see The Thing as being your kind of movie.
But that was, I don't know. I guess I can't judge because I don't know. But hey, I had to go through that whole. You don't like Silence of the Lambs and you don't like Seven, but you never seen them. Blah blah blah. Well, now I've seen them, so people can leave me alone.
It's like let's let him recover a little bit before we start cramming more down his throat.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Silence of the Lambs was good. Seven was.
Yeah, I saw what you had to say.
I'm sorry.
About Seven.
I know you love Seven.
God.
I know you love
My
Seven.
God.
It's just the third act was fantastic. I love the third act. The rest of it, I just found really boring.
Yeah, I can see where that works for you. It's not a movie for everybody for sure.
It's a must watch, but after I watch it once, I'll probably never watch it again. I don't know. Performance wise in that, I was leaning towards Kevin Spacey as my favorite in that film.
Oh yeah, he for the limited amount of screen time he has,
he
awesome. He fucking kills it. Well, in more ways than one.
Like Morgan Freeman always, he's a good actor, obviously, but he always plays like the same kind of character in every single movie. So
yeah, it's like I hardly ever remember his character's name in anything he's in. It's like it's Morgan Freeman.
The same.
It's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he doesn't have a character name. It's just Morgan Freeman.
But oh no, fuck! There's something I was thinking about. Yes, I remember what it was. Yesterday I was thinking, what if you got Silence of the Lambs, only instead of Anthony Hopkins, you have Morgan Freeman. Hello, Clarice. It's been a while since you've come to see me. I was wondering when you'd be back.
I don't think that would work. He has like no fucking tone to his voice, so I don't think that would work very good.
Those two doing a fucking double audiobook though would be fucking awesome. Like just switching off lines.
Rotating paragraphs. Oh, magical.
Especially if it's a story from multiple points of view.
That's a good point. That would work.
You. But we are getting so off topic right now.
We're going to wrap up The Thing because obviously most people have seen The Thing, hopefully. If I've seen it, then there's a good chance that everybody else seen it.
So. Yes, there's no excuse for anybody else.
So obviously those ones, anything that had to do with the Thing was probably not a spoiler anyway. But
hopefully not.
Moving on to 1987's Prince of Darkness.
Yes.
Obviously, it's going to be spoiler filled, but like I said, the spoilers probably won't mean shit to you unless you see the movie because it's fucking confusing. So
yeah. Again, this one, at first, I really wasn't liking it. I went into this one wanting to like it because, for one, you got Donald Pleasance, who's always great. Exactly. And it's a Carpenter. Fucking
double.
It's called Prince of Darkness. That is just a sick fucking name.
That is good.
But you can't go wrong there. But the first couple times I watched it, because it took me like, again, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 times to figure this one out, really. Yeah. I wasn't getting into it the first couple times, and I felt terrible. I just couldn't follow it, and I figured out what it was. One, it's the convoluted story.
Well, yeah.
It's probably the most ambitious on a storytelling perspective out of the Apocalypse Trilogy, I think. I mean, you take science and theology, you try to throw them together and get this bastardized concoction of
fucking confused.
This really psychotic sounding story. Like it really does prompt multiple rewatches in my from my experience to fully understand it, and it really requires your full undivided attention. You look away for 5 seconds and you're gone. They pulled the carpet out from under your feet. But one thing that I found out really held it back for me was the character development or lack thereof. There was just too many characters also. Like, you give us a lot of characters, you don't really develop them a whole lot. But there was redemption. You have Donald Pleasance, of course, and Victor Wong. Their characters were the most entertaining.
Yes.
And especially when you would have them doing a back and forth together, fucking best parts of the movie right there from an acting perspective. And what was with that Tom Atkins wannabe there?
Oh my! The main guy, like the other main guy of the movie with the mustache. I don't even know his name. What was his name?
I forget. It was Marsh, something Marsh. Like I was able to remember it because he kind of looked like Stan's dad on South Park with the mustache. Like, okay, Marsh with the mustache. Okay, you're Stan's dad. I can remember that.
What the hell is his name? Brian.
Brian, thank you.
His name is Brian. And
Brian Marsh.
That's why you wouldn't remember his name, because I don't know. He doesn't really do anything.
It's not as memorable as the brain from Escape from New York.
Like you said, though, Donald Pleasance and Victor Wong are the ones that you're attached to them in this film. They are the best characters in this movie. And
absolutely.
Donald Pleasance really, in my opinion, he really doesn't do a whole lot.
He's there when the characters have questions about the science of the film. He's there to answer that, and the rest of the characters are there to answer his questions about the science, or vice versa. However the fuck I was supposed to say that. Like, he's talking about how the whole God thing ties into it.
Oh yeah,
that's really his main purpose, and he does have that badass moment where he smashes the mirror at the end. Does the little prayer and throws that axe at the mirror.
What a beast!
One-armed too.
He's a monster,
dude.
Aiden said before, the Thing is 100 out of 10 easily, one of the best of all time.
And even that's that's almost too low of a rating. That's almost too modest.
What if they got Ozzy to play instead of Alice? Prince of Darkness, huh?
That would have been interesting, but I think Ozzy was a little too high to be given such a small responsibility like that at the time. Ozzy, I love you, but we all know He was in no fucking headspace to be doing anything in 1987 at all.
I liked Alice Cooper being the leader of the street people.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously, as the movie goes, we're like, what the fuck? What is up with all these bums that are outside just like hanging around they're in this alley, they're over in this freaking sidewalk, they're in front. It doesn't explain why they're there.
Well, I know the girl, I forget fucking which one it is. Again, see, this is how weak these characters are. It's like the girl or the guy. Yeah. You remember Priest and fucking
Professor
Birack. You remember Priest and Professor Birack, but you don't remember the other names of the characters.
I wrote them down, but how's it?
I've thought about doing that for every character, but it's like I'm just gonna write down the two that really fucking matter.
That's it.
But anyway, one of the gals is actually saying something about how schizophrenics, because that's what they were really looking at the street people as, is schizos. So it's like, they have to repeat a little cycle every 20 minutes. You know, they don't know they're doing it, but it's their routine. It's what they do. They gots to do it.
Yep.
But I don't know. Alice Cooper really does help deliver some carnage candy for us. And it's still not even that gory what he does either.
No, not really.
Because I was just thinking about that. I'm like, wait a second. Carpenter just he did it again. He pulled a Halloween on us. Because we see him running at the guy with the scissors, and real quick, I gotta say that shot of his hand holding the scissors.
Oh yeah.
It just looked really funny. It was a funny looking shot. And you got the shot of him, like you see down at the feet, the way he's walking around while he's stabbing the dude. But he fucking fillets this dude with a fucking pair of scissors. Like, where did he get them? But it was fucking insane, dude.
The title of this movie, obviously never seeing it before, it was I honestly, whenever I was like, Prince of Darkness, I was like, that sounds like it's going to be about a vampire movie. That's what I thought this movie was going to be. And then I put it in and I'm like, what the fuck it's about green ooze hiding in the basement of an old church. That's not where I saw this movie going.
It's like you look at it's funny because you look at the cover art here, it basically tells you what you need to know. I mean, you got the church, you got the green ooze, and you got a very devilish face.
That's it.
You think that would explain it, but no, you look at that, you're like, oh, that's just a really sickly drawn cover. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But no, it's telling you that, hey, there's this goo and the devil. They're one and the same, but not. And real quick, because like I had to write down something about that. Like I know that in the Apocalypse Trilogy, they all have like a different theme to it, and I tried to not do so much research as to what the themes were for these films. Like the Thing one is pretty apparent and fucking obvious.
Yeah.
But in this one, this is just what I picked up on it, and maybe other people think this, but essentially, secrecy leads to doom. Like, trying to ignore something, like, hold off on it. Like, in this case, the green liquid that is, for all intents and purposes, Satan, and locking it away.
Satan.
This act of ignoring it, it allows for it to grow and manifest into something worse than we could have imagined prior. And being that it's ignored for so long, it starts to again grow in power.
Yep.
And when it fucking splashes on people, of course it starts to turn them over. In a way kind of similar to the Thing.
Yep.
The way it sprays people in the mouth though.
Come on. Always spraying people and it looks like they're pissing out of their mouth and it's going perfectly in the other person's mouth. Close your mouth. It won't go in.
What I really like though with that fucking shit is when it's like the top of the canister is like opening and the shit's like pouring out, but it's pouring upward.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this movie? Like, I appreciate what I'm seeing, but what the fuck is this? I need somebody to come in here, explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, because I don't understand what the hell I'm looking at. Somebody please explain this to me.
That was cool because it was shot upside down, obviously. If you didn't know that.
Well, I guess that is obvious, but
yeah.
as to why the liquid itself is behaving in this way, of course it becomes clear later when you realize, yeah, that liquid is pretty much the devil.
I like that one guy. That one guy has a very nice singing voice, as he's singing, walking down the hallway, singing "Amazing Grace," trying to steal from Bud from Halloween 2.
That is actually the cop from Boys in the Hood.
Really?
That is, I'd say, one of the most like mind-blowing pieces of trivia around this one, is knowing that that's the self-hating cop from Boys in the Hood. Like, wow. And you can't unsee it.
Once you see it.
My favorite character musical moment, though, since you're bringing that up, is whenever one of the professor dudes is in the kitchen area, like he's doing the little trumpet noises. Like, did they like tell him action, or are they just recording him being his normal self? It's like, what the fuck is going on here? And I really did like the setting, though, of setting it mostly in the church.
It was creepy.
It really adds to the atmosphere, and it gives it a feeling of large-scaledness, even though it's not so large scale. You know, there's just something about the visual appearance of churches and horror films that
creepy.
Exactly. And there's a mounting sense of dread too throughout this whole film, kind of like how the tension was on 10 in The Thing.
Yep.
It's dread mostly in this one. Like, from the opening shot, when you have fucking Victor Wong walking out, the cloud coverage, it's kind of upsetting. And you see him looking up at it, and the look on his face almost says, why the fuck is it looking like this? And it makes you feel that.
Yep.
And accompanied by the great fucking droning music, you're like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good about this one bit.
Not one bit.
All the way to that ending too. That dun 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 dun. And it just stops. It almost pissed me off when come the end, when the dude's reaching at the mirror.
Oh yeah.
And it just stops. It's like, I'm glad they did that, but at the same time, I wanted to see what the fuck was going to happen there.
You'll never know.
Was his fingers just going to bounce off the glass like, oh, fuck, hit a nerve?
Yeah, fuck.
Or was he going to bring the girl back out?
There he is. Sinister. My service is shit right now, so I won't be able to watch, but I wanted to come and show my support, especially since I motivated this video. I can't even see you guys. It's so bad. Have fun, gentlemen.
Well, thank you, Jason.
Jason, we appreciate it. Like you said, we wouldn't have this episode if it wasn't for you pushing us to watch these movies. So
I was looking for a reason to buy these two. Like, I was gonna buy them eventually.
Yeah.
But then this show came up as a topic.
Motivate.
Jason had it as one of his favorite trilogies, so it's like, you know what? Fuck it. That's something we ought to talk about. We got to talk about that.
And here we are.
Yes.
That I thought it was cool how everybody was having that same dream.
Dude.
With church playing that like fucking like news. I guess it was like the news, I'm assuming, or somebody talking in like a voice recorder.
Yeah.
That dark figure just standing in the freaking doorway of the church.
Like, this is not a dream. This is a recording from the year 1999. Like,
that's what was going to happen if they didn't stop what was happening right in front of them. The son of the anti-god was going to come out of the fucking mirror and fucking wreak some shit. You know what I mean?
It's really Terminator 2 like in a lot of ways too. Like, I know you're probably thinking how, But in Terminator 2, when they blow up the fucking Cyberdyne, you think at the end of Terminator 2, it's like, okay, they avoided Judgment Day. But come Rise of the Machines, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, it's like, no, we did not stop Judgment Day. We only delayed it. You get the feeling that that's kind of what they're suggesting in the last dream you get in this one. But one thing I was thinking about when looking at that dream is, this would be some scary shit to see on TV. Like if you had somebody jam your TV signal and play that over your regular programming. Like, it was just fucking very eerie, and I wasn't expecting that to be playing repeatedly throughout the film.
No.
So whenever that was coming back up, I'm like, oh hell no. Hell fucking no, man.
In this movie, like obviously it was foreshadowing the return of Satan and whatnot and the anti-god. I guess John Carpenter didn't want to put like actual religious passages in this film. So he just made up what sounded like religious, what people would say, and then just had him type it up on the screen. So he didn't want any actual fucking dialogue from the Bible or any religious shit in this film. It was all made up. I thought that was pretty cool. That was the video that Jason sent me to watch. That was in that of this film. Hey, Brad, man, what's up?
Brad, do you read Sutter Kane?
No, he's Walker, Texas Ranger. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Da-na-na-na.
Another fun fact, the bugs in this movie, half were real and half were fake. The close-up shots, they were real bugs, but whenever they were in like the distance, that was all fake. Everything was fake about that.
See, I thought they were all real bugs, and oh my god, the effect of that guy turning into the bugs. Dude.
He fell apart.
Dude, that was unsettling.
Prepare for death.
That was super fucking unsettling. Like, did that really just happen? Fucking, and the effects in this film, what we do get are actually some pretty damn solid effects.
They are.
Like when the girl's face starts fucking like melting and shit, or scabbing over, whatever the fuck that was. But her face is just like, she looks like a fucking leper. Not a leopard.
Oh, no.
Not cute and fuzzy.
Oh, not a cat.
All wet and gooey looking, but yeah, that was just a really sick looking effect. Like that look on her face too, like she almost looks sad and scared.
Aiden says, "Pray for death." That gave me chills. I agree, my friend. That's good shit. I like the dialogue that Carpenter came up with was actually creepy as hell.
Oh yeah.
So that just says how demented he really, really is, ladies and gentlemen.
I would pay John Carpenter $1.8 million just to tell me a scary bedtime story.
Oh, that would be cool. You know who I do like in this movie? I don't think he's in it enough and has enough to do, is Walter. That other Asian guy. He's more of like the comedic relief.
I thought he was annoying personally.
I liked him. I thought he was funny.
Like, I liked him in Big Trouble in Little China, but in this one, from the beginning of the film, I'm like, oh my god. Like his lines were so cringy. Although that scene when he is behind the wall, I thought was pretty cool.
Get me out of here!
And that joke though, I'm not gonna lie, I do like that one joke. You fool! I said a rich doctor. It's like I don't feel like I can tell that whole joke just because of how, I guess, agitating to cancel culture that it would probably be. But like, I don't know, the character Walter just fucking annoyed me in this one. Like,
that's the only thing we're opposite on. I liked it.
His comedy didn't land too much. Like,
I just have a thing for Asians, I guess.
The Asian sensation.
I do love Asians. My best friend's Asian, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Victor Wong, though, man, he fucking killed in this one. Like, as soon as you see his first lecture, I wanted to go to college. Like, I wanted to be in his fucking class, taking his course.
Hell yeah.
He seems like a really engaging teacher that makes you think. Like, he makes you think in all the right ways, and it's like, this is a fucking college professor in a movie. And I feel like this is a real smart person talking through the TV screen at me. Like,
oh yeah,
fuck yeah, that's just awesome.
When the first thing I saw him, I was like, oh sweet, that's the fucking dude from freaking Tremors. I was like, that's awesome. And then Jason was like, dude, you've never seen Big Trouble in Little China? And I was like, no.
Yeah, see, like, I think me and Jason are in the same boat on that one. Like, that's the guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Nope, I went straight to Tremors. Walter. Yeah, no, that wasn't his name. No. Or was it? Can't remember his name in Tremors. I should know that. I can't think of it.
Yeah, you should know that, man.
We did the watch party and we talked about it, and I can't remember his name. I just know he was in it. What was up with? So was Kelly like? Was she like impregnated by the son of the anti-god or what?
I feel like that could have been explained a little more. I know Carpenter likes to keep shit ambiguous.
Yeah.
But I never even saw her actually hit anything to get her bruise.
She supposedly, like she said she did, but I honestly don't remember what exactly she hit it off of. And then obviously it looked like she was pregnant, and the more pregnant she was becoming, the more her body deteriorated, and I don't know. Then she went not pregnant looking, and then she got up. So I guess he was reborn, kind of. You got to think of it whatever your fucking mind makes of it, I guess.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot going on. Like, I think if they'd cut down the amount of characters in here, that would have given the story a little more room to develop and given the characters a little more room to develop. And I know Carpenter doesn't Carpenter writes great characters, but he doesn't always give them the most development. But yeah. I think for a story like this, you kind of need a little more intricate development for the characters to really understand what the fuck they have going on. The ambiguity is good throughout, but there's points throughout the course of the film where we don't get enough questions answered. Like,
true.
It asks all these questions, and I like when Carpenter asks a question but leaves us to answer it. But there were a few that he could have at least tried to answer for us here.
Like you said, though, I think the fact that they brought so many of the college students in, there was just too many characters to develop that they never did. They were just there to get peed in their fucking mouths and then turn into whatever the fuck they were turned into. But
yeah,
I know. Also in that video that he sent me, it said something about that they trapped the son of the anti-god in that green ooze shit, and he's been down there for like thousands of years, and he was sleeping, and there's like particles out in the universe that I don't know, it was like a supernova or some shit.
Oh yeah, yep. It was because early on in the film you actually see help me out here. The dollar store Tom Atkins guy.
Brian.
Thank you. He's watching TV, and you see something about a supernova. And it's saying that the particles are actually just now coming in toward our atmosphere.
Yep.
So that's like it's like loosely connected enough. It's kind of like how they do in Night of the Living Dead. It's like that because there was a Venus probe in Night of the Living Dead that may or may not have had anything to do with the zombie outbreak. It's like they just kind of pointed out as a possibility, but they never really explicitly go anywhere with it.
Yeah,
it's just like there to make you think, is this what it could be? And I feel like the supernova is a little more definitive as to why, but still, it's like. There's some people out there who just won't understand that, though.
Yeah, that like you said, it's nice to have some some open-endedness, so you have to think, but not as much as this movie was giving you. They really gave you limited details, if any, of to what the hell was going on. You pretty much had to piece everything together yourself, which probably kind of takes away the enjoyment because you're literally too busy thinking to even to have any fun with it at all. But I actually enjoyed it, though, as hard as it was to watch.
Visually, it's like, from a visual standpoint, you can enjoy the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Story-wise, you definitely gotta watch it a few times to fully get it.
And you said you did watch it a few times, and I only watched it once, so. But it's not bad. I did enjoy it. I'm gonna have to rewatch it again. I'd like to do a review on it too, but I definitely rewatch it again before I do that.
I plan on doing all of Carpenter's stuff. I mean, the only thing I've done of him is Halloween. And I don't know. I heard it's some low budget movie he did it. It's not like it was like ever the greatest movie made or spawned a franchise, you know. It was a one and done.
Yeah, pumpkins and stuff. Cool.
But yeah, no, I'll probably revisit that whenever I go over his work and try and talk about it from the perspective of being a Carpenter film, not so much as a Halloween film.
Yeah. Boogman says, would you recommend this?
It depends. If you're a Carpenter fan, yes.
General horror.
General horror, no. If you like that highbrow stuff, then definitely go for it because this makes The Shining look like a simple slasher in terms of the story and everything it's got going on.
Yeah.
It makes The Shining look easy.
So if you're going to watch this and you like looking like this the whole time, you'll have a great time with it, no doubt.
But if you just want to see the pretty pixels being colored in on the screen and you want the eye candy, this film's got it.
Crew says, because we're biased and love Carpenter, I would say yes. And Aiden also, I recommend all of Carpenter's films, even his weaker films are worth a watch. I'd agree. So, from one confusing film, unless you have anything else to say on that one.
Not particularly anymore, no.
Yeah, I don't got nothing else on that one. I do like the end scene though when she's reaching in the mirror because you really think that she's gonna pull him out and we're gonna get to see what it looks like. And no, the mirror gets smashed, and she jumps into it, and that's it.
Yeah,
then the other dream happens.
That was pretty crazy.
You don't know if that's really a dream or that's just in his head or what. And like you said, the way it ends is just him reaching right in. And that's it.
Yeah, it was like I do like the ambiguity there for the ending, but again, felt like there was a lot of ambiguity throughout. But with that said, I really did enjoy this film once I really got to the point where I got a better grasp on it. I don't know if I would put this in my top 5 Carpenter, but I think out of what I have seen, it's definitely in the upper section.
Yeah.
But
crew member says a pumpkin and a knife.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. It's probably the greatest slasher movie of all time.
Yes.
Now, moving on to 1994's In the Mouth of Madness. And I think you have a question to ask me, don't you?
Do you read Sutter Kane?
I already answered this. I don't know how to read.
Well, damn it, learn.
I'm waiting for the movie.
Well,
That'll be out soon.
Hobbs End Horror's finest, most anticipated entry. This is one I actually do have a bit of a personal story with, though, for Mouth of Madness. And I think this has been heard in my Halloween 6 story a lot. But basically, whenever I was a little kid, my parents had VHS, a blank VHS that had recorded onto it The Curse of Michael Myers, Psycho 3, and In the Mouth of Madness. Now, my stupid child brain at the time processed the movie as it was written there because they didn't put commas or anything.
Okay.
So I'm like, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, Psycho 3, In the Mouth of Madness. That is a long movie title. Like, I thought it was all one title. Like, so
good point.
When people would ask me my favorite movie when I was like 5, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, Psycho 3, In the Mouth of Madness is my favorite movie.
And they're like, what?
But, like, I played the fuck out of that tape. And it actually took a while before I found Psycho 3 on there. Because as soon as Halloween 6 was over, I would always rewind it and watch it again.
Yeah.
And then I found Psycho 3. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, wait, this is Psycho 3. So In the Mouth of Madness is another movie. And I tried watching that as a kid. I couldn't get into it. And eventually lost that tape. And didn't get around to seeing this one until preparation for this badass show.
Yep.
And as much as The Thing is a kick in the ass for having waited to get around to, this one especially, after seeing it and enjoying it to the capacity I did, I mean, look at me. I clearly enjoyed this one. It made some kind of impression.
He read the book.
Yes, I did.
He reads Sutter Kane.
I read Sutter Kane. Oh, I've been saying that all fucking week too. Do you read Sutter Kane?
And people are like, what? I don't know what that is.
He sees you.
So obviously you like this movie, and nah, it was okay.
It was a no for you?
It was okay.
Kind of like a shrug for you?
Yeah, it's a shrug.
Like the first thing that really pulled me in with this one though was the opening title sequence when you see the printing presses and that that fucking song that the movie opens with.
Okay, that was cool.
Dude, that like it sounds like a fucking hard rock band, and it's like, whoa, what is this? Because you're thinking, okay, what kind of music is Carpenter gonna give us this time? And it's like, whoa,
that's not usual.
Kind of makes you jump back into your seat a little bit. And it's like, fuck, this guy would have been a badass rock star too if he hadn't gone down the road to make movies. Yeah. But I think this is my favorite title song or like title track for the Apocalypse Trilogy. Like favorite title sequence. And I don't know, it might be my favorite fucking song from Carpenter's whole filmography so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Halloween title sequence, as iconic as that is, after watching In the Mouth of Madness, the Halloween title sequence just feels kind of meh. And that's still,
wow,
I fucking love that still.
You're done.
But this one really did it for me. Just reeled me in the right way. Fucking hook, line, sinker, ready. And while I know that The Thing is the best,
yes,
Prince of Darkness is the most ambitious. This one is the most insane on account of the story in this one. I mean, you have a sort of a non-linear story within a story that might not even be a real story.
Yeah.
And it really fucks with the head, I think, the most. And it's probably the most it's probably more ambiguous with what the hell it's got going on than the previous two, because you get the whole madness going on and the who controls reality thing.
Yeah.
It's like, so did any of this really happen? Is it inside his head? Are we reading the book? Like, is the whole movie really the book? Like, there's so many fucking questions you could ask about this film.
That's a good point.
Is it really a movie? Are we in the mouth of madness
right now? You are.
I'm okay. I'm okay now. I'm much better.
Sam Neill did this Jurassic Park. Come on. He does not talk about being in this, I tell you that.
You're probably right.
No.
But this is, I think, one of Carpenter's more underrated films. Like, this one, I think part of why I really liked this one was having gone most of my life, knowing that I never watched it when I had the chance in front of me. But like, I really did enjoy this film because it takes I like what I've read by Stephen King and the whole author aspect. That like Sutter Kane feels like a Stephen King type.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
Where his character, like his stories, are like if King and Lovecraft had written stories together, if that had ever happened, I feel like Sutter Kane is what that would be. Because you have the interconnected pop culture status that Stephen King has.
Yeah.
That is Sutter Kane. But then you have, and mind you, I haven't read H.P. Lovecraft a whole lot, but I understand his style and the monsters that he uses. The monsters that we get in this film are very Lovecraftian with the tentacles and
they look good.
Hard to really describe exactly what they are. And you are right. They did look good, even though I feel like we didn't get to see them enough, but that's almost I'm not really going to complain about that because it's, again, the Carpenter thing to do, where you show us just enough to give us an idea, but you're letting our imagination do the rest. It's like,
you can see that.
Whoa. But I could only imagine how the guys at K&B felt when they were like, but we worked our asses off on this and you only showed it for this long? What the hell, John? But
Maniac Cop made an appearance.
Oh yeah, Maniac Cop did I
don't know the cop. That's who he reminded me of when he's beating that guy up in the alley.
Oh duh.
That's what he kind of reminded me of.
Yeah, I could see that. What if it is canon?
Yeah, that's what the Maniac Cop does now. He just beats people up in an alley for vandalism with a club.
I mean, he pulled a guy over for having a girl in his car, and he stabbed him. The Maniac Cop was a fucking dick.
Maniac Cop was awesome.
God, Maniac Cop. You're right. It was fucking awesome, dude.
I didn't expect to like that trilogy at all, but I really enjoyed that trilogy.
Yeah, that didn't make it on your list for episode 3, huh?
No, I thought it was too. I don't know. It's good, but I don't know if it's good enough to be in the top.
I was half expecting it to be on.
But all 3 of them are pretty good. Nobody really talks about Maniac Cop series like at all.
I think with things happening in the world.
Okay.
A lot of people probably don't want
stay away from that.
But in the Mouth of Madness, though, I like that this one kind of it plays a lot of the it's very meta.
Yeah.
It feels like if John Carpenter was to be doing, like, this is to John Carpenter what New Nightmare was to Wes Craven, really.
Okay, I can
it's
see
like
that.
It's kind of like his baby of breathing some real world into his story, and the story blowing out from itself into our real world. This is not reality.
You know what I really like? That creeped me out. It creeped out my son too. Was that kid riding the bike?
Yeah.
And then when he got up, he was like an old man riding a bike. And then they showed him later, and he's like talking in the phone booth, and I don't know why. It was just a mask on that kid, but I don't know what. That's creepy looking mask. I'll tell you that.
He won't let me out.
That was creepy shit.
Like, just that line is scary. He won't let me out. Like, after.
Yep. The kid's voice in the old man's body.
Yeah, and that kid, I think, was actually Hayden Christensen.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
So, I don't know what the hell happened between this and Star Wars. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot to do here, so it's like
Not really. He rode a bike pretty good.
His whole performance in this. I'm not even gonna poke the rest of that bear.
Oh wait, he got hit by a car, so that was pretty good. That was good.
Well, I don't think that was Hayden Christensen doing that stunt there.
No kidding.
Like, but then it would make sense why he was kind of like,
Another. I liked whenever what the hell was her name? I don't even remember these kids. Linda. Whenever she was asking like where I think she asked those kids like looked like they were freaking Children of the Corn people, and was like, where's your mom or where's your parents or whatever, and they're like, you're my mommy. I thought those kids were super creepy as hell.
Today's Mummy's Day.
Yeah, they were creepy as hell.
Like the fucking lady who ran the little bed and breakfast hotel, fucking she's got her husband all old and naked, fucking
on the ground,
on the floor, handcuffed to her ankle. She's like hitting him with a fucking stick. Hush, hush.
The old lady from Happy Gilmore.
That she was the lady in Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, that was his grandma.
I thought I recognized this old broad. Holy shit.
Yep, that was his grandma. Happy Gilmore's grandma.
Got Ben Stiller just creeping.
We're gonna have a little bit of arts and crafts time today. Oh, I love Happy Gilmore.
They treating you right here? Hey, Grandma, are they treating you right here? God damn.
Oh my god. I love Happy Gilmore.
Absolutely. But one thing I really do want, I just want the printed fucking covers of the Sutter Kane books. Like just the front, back, spine. Yeah. Like I would buy those. I don't care if the pages are blank or not.
You just want the cover.
Like you could just write nonsense in there. It would just look so fucking nice to have that collection. Like hardback, paperback.
Just sitting there.
Like I'd spend like $100 just for all those blank copies of those books. And a secondary copy so I can cut the covers apart and do the little New Hampshire
put them together
map there. Like just to do it.
Crew member, you know that Mr. Lady? I think I just killed her.
Oh shit.
Oh, they're talking to each other. I've never seen John Carpenter's Vampires. Or maybe I have.
Body Bags. I have not seen Body Bags either because I think Crew asked something about that.
It's on
Shut up.
I see it on Prime all the time. I just skip over it.
For the Body Bags?
Yeah, it's on Prime. I was gonna watch it, but I didn't even know what it was about.
Yeah, it's the Body Bags is about it's like 3 different stories. It's kind of like Creep Show, like okay. John Carpenter's take on it, essentially. Oh. But you got John Carpenter playing a coroner, is what I'm understanding. So that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, this one was, again, I really enjoyed this one because I felt it asked a lot of questions and made you think, but without making you overthink.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot easier on the brain than Prince of Darkness was, I felt. The effects in this, I guess there were some computer effects going on with some of it, like whenever the light's going on, whenever they're driving and fucking the night starts turning into daytime and the road turns into the little bridge where Adam and Barbara died because of that stupid fucking dog.
The dog.
And nice little Beetlejuice tie in there.
Oh, no, I don't like Beetlejuice.
What?
I don't like Beetlejuice. I think it's creepy.
Matt's gone crazy, folks.
I don't know why. That's just one movie I won't watch. I don't know why I find it creepy. I just do.
Like you're genuinely creeped out by that one?
I will, like, me and my wife will not watch Beetlejuice.
That is interesting.
I don't even know what's scary about it. I just don't. I don't know. I won't watch it. I like Michael Keaton, obviously, but
the Keats.
Michael Keaton's a man.
The motherfucking Keats.
That's Batman. Nah.
Wow, that is interesting. I did not know that.
Don't tell nobody
about you there. I won't tell no one. That's gonna stay right here in this chat.
I think I brought that up before.
You might have.
I think I did.
But
whatever.
But yeah, fucking the way that like when they're up in the hotel room, he's like Styles.
Linda Styles.
It's like knocking on the dresser. This is reality. See, if I was to open this window, I'm supposed to see the church with the little toppers made of gold, blah, blah, blah. But look, it's an old farmhouse. Yes, except you gotta look east. And she opens the fucking window and there's the church just as he describes it. The whole fucking... The way they just go into the whole town of Hobbs End, that is insane. And I love that he's trying to call bullshit as long as he can.
Yep. He doesn't want to believe any of it.
Until shit is starting to hit a point where it's like, yeah, people with tentacles I don't think is a normal occurrence. It's like, I also like that he's like, so all this stuff here, yes, it's a great example of Sutter Kane's work, but the children, the church, and the mob, those weren't part of any of his stories. I read them all. Sure they weren't, but they were in the new one.
Yep.
It's like, oh, snap.
He's living Sutter Kane's books.
Ew.
I like how he thinks they're all actors and shit. Oh, they're doing a really good job keeping character and stuff.
Like, fucking, I like that, like, right before he really realizes just how fucked up the lady at the hotel is.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, where are you, you old bitch?
Yeah.
Like, that, like, there's always something in a Carpenter film that just makes you laugh.
And that was it.
Like, whether it's, like, the Halloween moment. Hey, Lonnie, get your ass away from there. The radio part and the thing when he goes to try to turn down the radio, but he really doesn't try to touch it. Get me the fuck out of this couch.
Always got to be something.
I don't think there was anything in Prince of Darkness that made me laugh.
Made me laugh.
Amazing Grace, maybe.
He slit his own throat. That's not funny.
That's just... Okay, I guess
maybe that's what makes it funny.
It was the way you worded it, I think. He slit his own throat. That's not funny.
He did. That was good shit. You like this one, and I like Prince of Darkness more.
Yeah. So I think it's almost clear where our rankings are. Real quick.
Can't imagine what number one's going to be.
Yeah, the number one is probably almost clearly The Thing.
Yeah. Obvious.
And
no doubt about that.
I forgot where I was here. But yeah, real quick, the themes of free will in this one. Is free will a real thing or is it a fabrication? Because like that's really what I feel is going on in a lot of ways with Sam Neill's character of Trent. Because Sutter Kane is revealed in this film to be writing reality because the old ones are telling him what to write.
Yeah.
It really is an interesting little deal, and it really, I think it's the most subtle with what it's trying to say here. It's very it really just, again, if I could speak right, it asks the question, do you make your own choices or is it all predetermined? Are you predetermined to follow a course paved by someone else? And just the way the movie explores that in a really, really interesting and bizarre way, I'm fucking overjoyed by it. I love this film, guys. But this is, I think, in my top 5 Carpenter now.
That's okay.
It worked for me.
That's okay. Avery, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Avery?
Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Sorry I'm late. No problem.
No water, you slidey.
That was good. That was good.
But yeah, In the Mouth of Madness. What did not work in this one for you, Matt?
Everything. Simple enough. And you thought Prince of Darkness was confusing. I thought this one was confusing.
Yeah, I know when I watched this one, I was like, I got nervous, especially at the end. Like, I don't know if I want to know what Matt's gonna think about this one.
You don't. I mean, I like to think, but this was even. You didn't know if it was reality, not reality. He's reading the book. It's not part of the book. They're making the book. They're writing the book right now. He's in the book, which obviously, to me, that was the book. The whole movie was the book, and his character, which was good old Mr. John Trent, ladies and gentlemen. He obviously started off sane and fucking deteriorated as the movie went on, and obviously by the end of the movie, he was complete madness, which I did like the end scene, though, when he's at the movie theater just fucking laughing, sitting in the front row watching that movie with him in it. I thought that was hilarious. I did like that part of the movie. And another part of the movie that I didn't mention was when Linda Spider walks out of the car.
Oh yeah, dude, that was sick.
That was badass. I like that. And I like the dog scene at the church too. I like that as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared of dogs, so that would have been terrifying to me personally.
Well, with your job, I would be too, man.
I know. I got bit by them damn dogs. It hurt.
But yeah, the way that whole scene starts too, because you have no idea where the hell that's going. Like, you got the church doors just flapping, and there's the kid there. Let him go! And the kid turns into Sutter Kane. And I thought the guy who played him, the actor's name is not coming to me just yet. Maybe he's on here. Jorgen, where'd it go? Jurgen P. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce his last name though, but the guy who played Sutter Kane, I thought when we first see him, whenever the church cathedral doors are slamming open and shut, I thought he looked like a creepy dollar store version of Gene Wilder. That first smile. Good.
That's a good comparison.
That's something I look for in movies a lot. Like, so who's dollar store who here?
You love the Dollar General characters.
Oh yeah.
They're in every movie, or most movies, so you always find somebody.
Real quick, speaking of that, how earlier on Prince of Darkness was talking about how Brian was pretty much dollar store Tom Atkins.
Oh, he was.
Tom Atkins is already a dollar store Burt Reynolds.
Damn.
So what the hell does that make the guy who plays Brian, like, at the end of the day? Like,
damn.
50-cent store.
He's a
Burt
good
Reynolds.
Yep, that's Goodwill Burt Reynolds. Fuck.
Oh man.
Low. Like, I didn't recognize, besides Donald Pleasance and Victor Wong. Yeah, I have no idea who anybody else in that movie was.
Right. I know the guy who played Brian was actually on the show Simon and Simon.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it was 80s programming.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Besides Alice Cooper, obviously.
Buddy cop show. Oh yeah, Alice Cooper. It's funny with Alice Cooper. I thought he was Harry Dean Stanton at first, because Harry Dean Stanton was in Escape from New York as Brain, one of the guys who's helping Kurt Russell get out there, and I thought it was him at a glimpse because he's got the same kind of facial structure, very narrow features, like the cheekbones, deeper eyes. But it was the second time he showed up. I'm like, wait a second, that's Alice fucking Cooper.
The man.
I didn't see Harry Dean Stanton's names in the credits, but it kind of looks like Alice Cooper here.
He wanted to sing The Man in the Mask, baby. Let's say crew. Matt agrees, Dan agrees, and I agree with that. Rick James, that Halloween is the best Carpenter film. Yes, it is. It's okay.
Yes, it depends on how you ask that question. Like,
what?
It's my personal best. Like, for me, it's number one, but
I guess people like The Thing, so that might
like it. Like, if you're asking me from a technical standpoint, no question, it's The Thing. But for my personal enjoyment, it's Halloween.
Halloween, number one. Well, I guess we kind of already gave our rankings for these three, I guess. Like if people haven't been able to tell.
Yeah. So just in case, coming in at number 3 for me, Prince of Darkness. Number 2, In the Mouth of Madness. Number 1, The Thing.
What's The Thing?
I don't know, but it's funny to say with a question mark.
The Thing.
You know, The Thing.
The Thing with The Thing. And it makes that word.
Yeah, the Thing.
The Thing.
The Thing. It's like half dog, half spider, half man, bear, pig.
Fuck it. It's anything. Anything it wants to be. Mine would be third place, In the Mouth of Madness. Second place, Halloween. I mean, Prince of Darkness. Number 1, The Thing.
Oh, got the Halloween on the mind.
And because I can talk about Halloween all day.
Oh yeah.
I can't talk about these other movies. They're too hard for me to understand. I gotta think too much. Bringing up another point, I guess we could talk about this for a minute. That theory that Jason Smith came up with.
Oh yes.
Target.
Yeah, that. In a lot of ways, it makes sense. Like, I haven't rewatched Halloween since I saw Jason bring that up, but I've seen the movie so many fucking times. I was just able to play it back in my head, and yeah, I think it's pretty clear, and there is credence and a bit of validation in seeing. Oh shit, there he is. That Michael was definitely after Annie. You can get an idea and a real feel for that, because whenever he's peeking around the bushes, I mean, Laurie sees him, Annie doesn't, but once Annie goes to look up, that's when he's like, "Oh, can't be seen." He didn't care that Laurie saw him, right, Michael? And then when she's in the kitchen, gets all that butter on her shirt and has to take all her clothes off because of butter on her shirt. Thank you, Annie, for that. We are eternally grateful. Like, he's just following Annie around a lot. Like, sure, he's fucking with Laurie, but I don't know. It's got me thinking a lot. I mean, she's the first one he kills. And like Jason said, it makes sense because he's, again, just playing over at the house. Playing over at the Wallace house. Like, I'm dressing you up. You got my headstone for my sister too. Like, it makes sense, but I can see also how, I mean, of course it's Laurie, but
yeah,
like, it's one of those ones where it makes you question everything you've ever been taught in life.
You think?
Everything you've ever thought to be real.
No.
I mean,
it's Laurie. That's it.
I mean, yeah, but
there's no but. They're like, oh, Annie yelled at him, and then he stopped the car, and that was it. He, like other people said, he was so far ahead of them, he wouldn't even have known who fucking yelled to know it was Annie. Yeah. He didn't know their voices. He wasn't their friends, so.
Now that is true, but like, you got to remember, he didn't start killing like, of course he kills Annie first, and I guess he did kill the trucker.
The mother trucker.
He killed the Phelps delivery driver.
Son of a bitch.
We always forget that poor guy.
He was just doing his job.
We always forget about that poor bastard.
Come on.
And probably because he is called the Phelps driver.
Phelps driver. He was going to the Rabbit and Red Lounge. Leave him alone.
And it probably wasn't even a fucking dirty ass strip club like it was in the Rob Zombie ones.
Nope. That was probably just a neighborhood bar.
It was probably a classy fucking joint. But yeah, I mean, Annie's the first one that he kills outside of the main group of teens. The only reason he kills Linda and Bob, I guess he was hiding in the pantry, though. Fuck.
He got lost. Where's the bathroom in this damn house?
It's like I don't like lights. I don't like the look of my own shadow.
Look, Michael's pissing his pants. Point and laugh at him.
Oh man.
Loser.
You're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants. Wake up. You're pissing your pants.
One of the worst movies ever. You probably like it.
I really don't, but I mean, I liked it as a kid.
Okay, younger, yes. Now, no.
Like, there's aspects of it that I can enjoy, but like, I can enjoy aspects of it, but there's so much in there that's like, you almost look out into the void, and you're like, just engulf me, envelop me into the emptiness.
You're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants. He's a boy and a girl at the same time.
It's like
it's incredible.
We have a beautiful, lovely girl, boy, girl, boy. We're gonna. Hey, son, let's go out for some male bonding. What are we doing?
Why does he have an accent?
He was raised in England. Why was he raised in England? I don't know. It was a fucking cop in Jersey who was the first person to see him. Like, I think what they should have done, they should have had him raised in Jersey by the cop who he fucking attacks. And fuck Sykes for taking credit for that. Like, I can at least appreciate the attention to continuity there. He talks about, found this little fucker back in the States. Little fucker tried to rip me throat out. That's basically the last shot of Kentucky when he just pops out of the
and attacks the guy.
Yeah, it's like either Sykes was once a cop who has Benjamin Button disease, or he was just being a weirdo around the New Jersey cemetery, you know?
True.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody bring that argument up there.
Avery, Halloween is not just a fantastic horror film, it's an incredible exercise in German expressionism. What's accomplished by the film, as rich in its simplicity as it is, hasn't been replicated as well.
Yes.
Halloween's fantastic. Halloween 2018, I don't know. Currently, I have it ranked higher, but I don't know. Maybe that was just because it was so fresh, maybe, and I watched it so many times. But I think Kills is going to be. If it
we can only hope
that we want, it's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait. They better not fucking postpone it. I don't think so.
You can't do it to. They can't do that to us again.
What do we got? March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 7 months away.
Oh God.
7 months. And we got what? What other horror movies we got coming out? We got Spiral.
Yeah, Spiral. Conjuring 3.
Conjuring. I'm excited. It's not a horror movie, but I'm excited for Godzilla versus Kong, or Kong versus Godzilla, whichever. A lot of people don't like that. I am excited.
No Time to Die is one that I've been patiently waiting for.
Is that November now?
I think so. And I heard they went back and fucking made changes to it again.
What?
And that's what's making me nervous is like every time they postpone that one, they're trying to make changes to it, and it's like, God, you're fucking it up, guys. It's like this is supposed to be Daniel Craig's last, and you're gonna send him out on a fucking sour note.
On a turd. Crew member says Michael was watching Linda and Bob make out and fuck, so they had to die.
It's like that personal thing where you see somebody, you see somebody's bunghole, and it's like, well, we have hit a new personal level, and I can't live with that, and neither should you.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Best 40 seconds of y'all's teenage lives.
Why don't you go give me a beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna give me one. I'm just glad they're comfortable doing all that stuff in somebody else's house.
Fucking put the jack-o'-lantern on the fucking end table.
Doing whatever they want to do. And then
Linda, you asshole. All right. Come on out. Boom.
Fucking stabs him with that knife, and the knife sticking out about 4 inches, and it's only in his body too, and somehow it's through the back of the wall. But whatever. It's okay. It's fine. Fine.
It's like unreasonable. No.
It happened.
No. It's a silver shamrock knife. It can do whatever it wants. They don't just do masks and toys.
They do knives too.
Silver Shamrock Cutlery, your one-stop shop for any kitchen knife. You only need one, and it could become any knife when you need it.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man.
Helping out in the kitchen. I'll come up with a goddamn jingle for their
I'm gonna start I gotta get one of those masks. I gotta get the skeleton.
Yes, those masks. Again, just be careful when you wear it because they're very dangerous.
Gotta get it before Halloween's.
Yes.
Sure. Those are gonna be fun, by the way.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to that.
I had a lot of fun doing that last year.
Hey, Silver Shamrock makes knives. I love Halloween 3.
Halloween 3, it's not my favorite, but I find it the easiest one to rewatch.
It's fun.
Like if I'm trying to watch something and I don't know what to watch, that's kind of what Halloween 3 is for me. It's like I can't think of anything else to watch. Let's watch Halloween 3.
I go Halloween 4.
Really?
Yeah. I think that I probably watch that one the most, to be honest. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I love the mask, which people are slowly coming around to liking it now.
See, I don't like the mask in Halloween 4, but I don't hate it either. Like a lot of people do or did.
There it is.
Like,
it's beautiful.
I guess seeing it in person probably changes things up a little bit for you, huh?
Because of all the 4 that I have, it looks the most like it's actually like the most film quality. It looks like it actually was in the film compared to the other ones. I mean, the other ones are still good, but
that's because there wasn't a whole lot to that one, though.
No, overpainted and fucking got the nice sideburns on there.
But the like clearly the Shatner mask was burned in the fire. They're not gonna sell a fucking $1.49 Shatner mask 10 years later. Like
people don't get it.
It's not like they have the hardware store is going to have a personal contract with Trick or Treat Studios or whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and besides, he was at a hole in the wall. This is just a plain white mask that looks like a human's face.
That's it.
Why they even had to have that mask at that hole in the wall costume shop, which was actually a drugstore.
Yep.
People complain about the mask way too much.
Yeah. There's no possible way. Yeah, like you said, it was on fire. It burned. It's not happening.
It's like you're lucky to find even the next year like the same really cool mask that you saw that you were thinking about grabbing, but you didn't.
That is true.
Like there have been a couple of times I've kicked myself in the ass because, like, of course, anytime Walmart fucking puts up their Halloween shit,
yeah,
I gotta check it out.
Have to.
Like, and there's some like little knockoff masks you look at, you're like, ooh, that's awesome. Maybe next year. And you remember what the mask looks like. Go next year, they don't even have it. Maybe they do, but more often than not, they don't.
True.
So you use that real world logic. No way in hell a goddamn hardware store or drugstore is going to have a goddamn mask that was produced 10 years ago off of a celebrity who was a footnote in the 80s.
Yep.
Huh.
Crew. Pretty sure Halloween 2, 81 is my most I've watched of any of them in the franchise. I used to watch that a lot, but I find that one boring. And Aiden, imagine if Michael Myers robbed the wrong dollar store and got a silver shamrock mask. Ooh. And his head fucking rotted. Son of a bitch.
Oh man. that would have been. I want to see that in a spoof now. Like, just
that'd be good. Then the little kids are like watching it on TV, and then the song comes on, and then Michael freaks out, and the fucking head squishes.
Like, I heard that was actually a theory in like little Reddits and shit, like subreddits or whatever. That what if Michael Myers is what if the mask he wore in like 63 was a silver shamrock mask?
It made him
whenever he killed his sister.
Yeah.
Like, I think Wham were talking about that because they had a Halloween episode that was 10 crazy Halloween conspiracy theories or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But
I don't think so. Because obviously always goes back to that was supposed to be a one and done, low budget horror movie slasher. That's it.
Yes.
None of this other shit was supposed to even exist. They didn't know it was going to exist. Carpenter didn't want it to exist.
It's like, but it does. You're not going to write a movie that you want to write with a 6-pack of beer. No. Like, if you're drinking a sixer while writing a movie,
you don't give a fuck.
It's because you don't want to write it, and you're just like, get me through. Like, sweet holy Budweiser, get me through this goddamn writing process, please. I don't want to dare it. And I know that's not how Carpenter talks, but that's a Budweiser drinker voice. Come on.
He didn't want to do any sequels, and then what does he do? He comes back to help on 2018 Kills and Ends. What are you gonna do?
Because they were basically, I think the only reason why he did that is because they were basically saying, like, here's the Halloween franchise. They were coming through like, well, and Carpenter was like, you know what? I'm getting paid for it anyway, regardless. Let's do it. Let's do it. Like, he famously said in an interview, and I just love his fucking honesty here. That's one thing I love about Carpenter, aside from his filmmaking fucking abilities. What's your favorite thing about the Halloween remakes? The paychecks, the royalty checks that I get.
Put my hand out.
Like, that's literally his favorite part about Rob Zombie's Halloween is the money that comes to him because it comes off his story. It's like, just for your honest answer, like most people would fucking lie and say, you know, I like they kind of took liberties with my story and went and did its own thing. I guess.
He said, I stick my hand out and magically a check appears. That's like, what he says.
I just love the fucking honesty of the dude.
Can't beat it. I wish I could get paid to do nothing. That'd be fantastic.
God damn right. Be fantastic. Totally.
Be fantastic.
Oh my god, the tone in your voice there. No, that
she fucking says totally.
It was soothing, but it was wrong on so many levels.
It's totally like 900 times.
What? That would be a fun drinking game. Get you all turned and probably sent to the ER with alcohol poisoning. Take a shot. Take a shot every time Dr. Loomis gets dramatic. Take a shot every time Linda says totally. Take a shot every time Michael is creepy and just off screen. You almost don't notice him.
I told everybody.
Take a shot every time Dean Cundy's cinematography is on display. So you might as well just drink for the whole fucking movie at that point.
You're drunk.
Like, you'll be drunk by the I'm trying to think. Probably by the point where it's fucking raining and they're going to pick Michael up. Like, yeah, you'd be pretty fucked up pretty quick in that movie.
Yeah, you think? So, I guess that pretty much wraps up. We knew it would go to Halloween, obviously.
Oh yeah, it
always does.
Like, honestly, tonight I think it was definitely intentional. Usually it's just the way it happens usually, but it was like, you know what? Tonight's about Carpenter, so it will go to Halloween. Like, we're gonna
Mwah. Has to. You kiss that son of a bitch. VHS tape.
Fuck yeah, dude. I got one on the VHS.
I prefer the 4K Blu-ray.
I got my...
Which I can't watch because I don't have 4K.
Whatever. On my DVD.
A DVD.
DVD. I got a DVD. I got a DVD.
Got the DVD and a Blu-ray. And a Blu-ray.
And a Blu-ray.
And a digital. All kinds of shit.
I even got the goddamn novelization.
I don't know how to read. So how can I buy that novelization?
Somebody, buy the Facci Monster, a book that teaches you how to read.
Reading for idiots. Yes.
Wouldn't that be some ironic shit, though?
Get a book to read, to learn how to read about reading.
It's like, I thought this book would help me, but I forget. I can't read. Like, you'd think they would come with a fucking video for this damn book.
Oh, it's a book with a DVD. Fuck, right on. Oh man. So what do you got coming up on your channel in the next couple of weeks?
Finally I have, Friday, Nick Cooling, crew member, and myself are doing Metal Thrashing Madness episode 5. We're going to be taking a look at 5 albums we would take with us to a desert island, and then taking a look at 5 albums that we feel would play as sort of the soundtrack to our own personal hell. Like 5 albums we don't need to ever hear again because they fucking drive us insane. Or just top 5, bottom 5, essentially. I finally have my top 10 horror movie posters coming out soon. I know I've been working on that video for fucking ever.
Awesome.
That's just a list that's been a pain in the ass for me.
I can imagine.
As far as reviews, I don't think I have anything particularly lined up. I'm sure it's on my schedule there somewhere, but I can't think of that off the top of my head. I do know there is a really sick announcement coming soon for some upcoming stuff.
All right.
And I think that's about it. Like, there's so much going on some weeks, and I don't know. All I know is that this show and the preparation for this show, it really kicked my ass.
Yeah.
It really kicked my ass.
This was
fucking hard.
A lot of note taking in these puppies.
Oh yeah.
You had to.
Oh, I did also, if anybody's happens to be interested enough, I did start up a Patreon. That's just there if you guys want to help
the filthy one.
Help support the filth and let it spread. That would be cool, but you know, it's just there if you guys decide to do it. It would be greatly appreciated.
I think he needs some shampoo and some soap.
Goddamn right.
That's why he did it.
Gotta wash this goddamn crazy shit off.
Is that tell me that ain't Sharpie.
No, it's not. It's not Sharpie.
Okay, thank you.
I learned that mistake from the Cabin Fever
video I did. If you fucking use Sharpie, that ain't never coming off.
I contemplated it for the arms.
Look at that, like, that's a satanic guy.
Like you could see where I kind of stopped with the arms. It's like
I can see that.
It's like got this one on pretty good display, but yeah, this was a very, very painstaking effort to pull this whole look off.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
I showed up as Michael Myers, as usual. Not a surprise.
It's to be expected.
We were talking Carpenter. I'm talking Halloween. What do I got coming up? Next Wednesday, Pray at Night watch party.
Hell yeah.
So I should probably get prepared to get yelled at.
Yes. Just put in some those little earplugs that you wear when you're at the racetrack.
Yeah, she'll keep talking and I'll just nod my head. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I haven't watched it since 2018, so I might really enjoy it. I have no idea. It's just I did not like it when I saw it in theaters, and I never watched it again. So
that happens with some movies, though.
So we'll see. We'll see. Damien gets a little mad at me, obviously, because I don't like it. But I said maybe I'll change my mind. We'll see. And then our Filthy with Facci episode 6, which is going to be a good one. Top 10 from 1981. I can't wait to do that with special guests. Hopefully, if they remember, Chad Sumner and James Grimm, and possibly a third, maybe, if I can swing it. So,
swing, better swing.
That's going to be one where, with that many people, we're obviously not going to be able to linger on a particular number for very long, obviously, or we'll be here forever. That's kind of going to be, hey, my number 10 is blah, blah, blah. I like it because of blah, blah, blah. And then.
Yeah, we might have to do the Fandom Empire technique. Basically, what we did there was just did 10 and 9 real quick. Gave a quick reason why I moved on to the next guy. And didn't really start elaborating in detail until top 5 through 1.
That's a good idea. That's probably how we'll have to do it, because if so, we'll never finish.
It was a very awakening idea. It's like, whoa,
it's a good idea. Not elaborate.
That's very smart. Forward thinking.
Going deep on number 10, and you're like, oh, that must have been high on his list. No, it's number 10. I'm like, oh,
it's like out of 100, yeah, man, it's pretty high. It's pretty high out of 100.
That's just number 10, man. It's fucking 10. But yeah, this was, like you said, this was probably one of the most painful preparations for a stream I've done, and I don't think we're gonna do that again. I think we're gonna stick with fun, easy topics, and not this. I think really hard about.
As hard as this prep was, I actually had a lot of fun watching these movies.
I POD and not mouth, but to each their own, my friend.
Yes.
Review wise for me, I don't know. I usually record mine on the weekends, but I'm going out of town this weekend, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I wanted to do a trailer reaction again with my rotate to the next sun and do a trailer reaction, but I don't know if I'll have time to do that this weekend or not. I want to get my review for Tourist Trap done, because I watched that the other day and I really enjoyed it. I waited a long time to see it, and I thought it was good. I don't know how the hell it got away with being PG, but whatever. Have you seen Tourist Trap?
I have not, but I do know that whenever that came out, it was a different time, and there were different things you could get away with if you didn't show a certain amount.
I was going to say it was pretty... I actually really enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me of House of Wax from 2005.
Oh.
Kind of vibes I got from it. It was good. I
mean, this is PG.
Jaws is... Oh, that's that movie about the fish.
Yes.
The big fish.
The really big fish.
The big fish.
Really, really big fish with really big teeth.
By dolphins in part 3. Oh, wait, that's a different shark.
Beat up by dolphins.
It didn't get beat up by dolphins. It got poked with her, just fucking rammed him. Or her. No, it was a girl.
Car ramrod.
Jaws in 3 was a girl.
I haven't seen.
Was Jaws in 1 a boy or a girl?
I don't know. It's a fucking shark.
Hey, man. The one in the third one was a girl. They clearly stated it.
I I tried to watch 3, but I haven't finished.
I love
through that one.
I love it.
You like the third movies a lot more than I do.
I love the third because things work better in threes. Threes,
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
That is true.
That's correct.
If you're ever wondering what to get your significant other for their birthday,
Threes?
that could go one of two ways. It could go either really good or really bad. Don't always listen to things I say, folks.
Well, it's getting really filthy on here. We're not. That's gross.
Take it into consideration, but don't always consider it.
You're listening to somebody who's obviously in the mouth of madness right now.
Yes. We should.
Poltergeist and Salem's Lot are PG. Oh, I didn't know Salem's Lot was PG.
Big Fish is a great movie.
I don't know what Big Fish is.
Oh, that's a Tim Burton movie, I think.
Jaws is a big fish, technically.
Yes. What?
Technically. He's a fish, really big. Oh. Has some teeth. Eats stuff.
I heard I don't know how true this is, but Tobe Hooper was trying to go for a PG or G rating with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How that would have been pulled off?
I mean, there's not that much blood in it.
Yeah, but it has enough striking, horrifying imagery to where it's like, no way. Like, the subject matter is too much. Franklin as a character does not belong in a PG movie.
You leave that crippled guy alone.
I was gonna start doing that, but you start doing it, and I'm like, "Oh fuck! Don't lose it."
Be annoying. I'm glad he got cut in half. Not that he was in a wheelchair. Obviously, that makes me annoying.
I mean, it was. I'm not gonna lie. In this, I thought it was funny
when he got killed.
Well, that too. It's like finally the whining stops, but then Sally starts screaming, and she had a pretty cool scream. But it was when it got all gurgly with her scream that it's like, like
people like when Franklin died in the wheelchair, you were happy.
But at the same time, it's like, oh fuck, oh man,
not the crippled guy. But when Mark died in Friday the 13th Part 2, I was like, damn, I like that guy.
Yeah, but
it was funny too. But
the funny, Mark's death was funny because
on the steps,
like Jason, goes to show you, Jason has a sense of humor. May not be the best sense of humor.
I'm gonna kill a guy in a wheelchair.
But no, whenever fucking Franklin's getting out of the van in the beginning to take a piss in the coffee can, and the fucking semi-truck comes by, and somehow it's like just enough fucking pressure off the truck to send him rolling down the hill, probably spilling that fucking can of his own piss all over his lap, like falling out of the chair. Oh. And Kirk runs down there. Oh, Franklin. Oh, Kirk, I fell down the hill. Oh, God, golly me.
Should have killed him right then and there.
Oh.
You forgot about me. No, we didn't, Franklin. We'll be back in a minute. Bye.
Don't leave me.
Bye.
You're too big to get back up the hill.
Fuck you, Franklin.
Could you imagine, though, like they stop at a rest stop or whatever, little fast food place, and they're doing that thing you do where, your friend or someone's trying to grab onto the car door to let them in. Franklin's rolling up to the van. Jerry just hits the gas just enough. And you got to go a little more forward just because Franklin's got the wheel advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys. Let me in. Let me back in. Come on. I promise I'll stop talking about the slaughterhouse. Oh, God. I'm going to hell for my Franklin impression, man.
Oh, shit.
But just run that vision through your heads, though, guys.
It's funny. I love when we get off topic. When we get off topic is when it gets fun. And that's what we plan to do. Except for next time, we will definitely stay on topic, or we'll never get fucking done with that list. And then we gotta come up with another idea for the episode after that. So
I feel like episode 10 should be nothing but off topic.
There probably won't even be a topic.
make it the free for all. It's like, fuck it, we're at number 10.
We got
fuck it all.
5,
rules are out the window.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10th episode will be in May. So I don't know what's going on in May. I think Spiral comes out in May.
We will saw what happens.
Saw what happens. But this was obviously another fun episode. We got
absolutely.
We got a little carpenter, you know what I mean? We're building some shit with some wood. It's fun.
Yeah, building shit. We're just building shit.
Making fun of, well, we're not really making fun of people in wheelchairs, but making fun of people in the movies in the wheelchairs. It's not that mean.
Oh, God.
So,
nope. That's a nice sound bite there.
It was fun.
We're not making fun of people in wheelchairs, but
talking about them. It's all in good fun. Good shit. Yeah. Another good episode, my man.
Horror is fun, and it was a great episode. It's always great doing this.
Hell yeah.
Wednesdays, I'm always looking forward to every other Wednesday because this is a fire show. This show is pure fucking fire.
Like I said, I know we probably, like I said, obviously we didn't probably get a lot of views tonight, but it's kind of a topic that it's kind of really specific, obviously, and most people don't really give two shits about these three movies. Well, besides The Thing, they don't care about the other two movies, so it's understandable that it wasn't that big of a draw.
We confused people, I think, by not going the slasher route.
Yeah, they're like, eh.
It's like, wait, they're not talking about slashers over there? Uh-oh.
Next time, right. So I think that show will be very, very successful. I think, definitely. Being all slashers from the year of the slasher in 1981. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait.
Dude. Goddamn right.
So I think that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. Episode number 5 already.
Yes.
5 fantastic episodes. Can't wait till number 6. So from myself and the filthy one.
You stay filthy and keep reading Sutter Kane.
Have a scary night.